Hi everyone, it's Jonathan again. My actual topic today is on goal setting, and I've actually attached a PowerPoint presentation that everyone can keep along with me via reading my speech. The actual speech name is Organization Makes Perfect. While life may be complex, difficult, and downright frightening, thanks in part to the abundance of choices to obtain success, we can organize this chaos, primarily through understanding ourselves properly in order to set the goals that most adhere to our unique lives. This might seem simple, right? And to be honest, the process should be straightforward, but it's not. Without having well-defined goals to accomplish, you can't really go ahead in your life if you don't have them presently or within the future. You can't attain the same success that someone else can. But do not let this discourage you. If you have a passion or at least a curiosity towards something, I suggest you act on it. In 1979, a study was conducted on the graduate students of Harvard's MBA program, and a question was asked: have you set clear, written goals for your future and made plans to accomplish them? Surprisingly, the result was not exactly what you think it was. From the study, only 3% of the students had written goals and plans. With 13% that only had them written down, they hadn't written them down really, and the 84% of the remaining body didn't have any goals. That's not right. Surprising. But let's reflect on that for a moment. Like with any school, we've seen those who can tell you where they'll be in the next 10 to 20 years, living happily within their predetermined lives that they set themselves early on in life. Then there's a set like me that fall within that 13%, who have goals and ambitions and dreams to accomplish, but never truly narrow down that one specific thing like that 3% did. They knew. And you can never attain happiness that way, the same way that they can, because they knew 10 years ahead of time, when they were still young, what they want to do with the rest of their lives. And the last 84%, which is the general population in this case, assumes that life will just show them the path they need to walk on. That's a good idea, but it doesn't work. The path you actually walk isn't so beautiful. You never know what you're going to have before you. Example, working at McDonald's. It's not a bad career choice, but it isn't an option that's fulfilling if you have aspirations to do something else. Example, dancing. If you can find the time to dance outside of work, then you might have had a career in something that you desired and craved, but you never put the appropriate time into it, which seems insane. But just because you're not doing what you love now, doesn't mean you can't do it later. If you start setting the goals now, writing them down, start putting your actual effort forward and devotion towards it. Now, following up with the study earlier, after 10 years had passed, the same group was interviewed again. As to be expected, only 13% with goals were making more than 84% without. How much more? Twice the amount. Now, where does that lead at 3% that was super planned out, right? These select few that had done the impossible, dug into themselves and realized, hey, this is what I like, this is what I want to do, and these are my dreams I want to accomplish. They were making at least 10 times the amount of the entirety of the group. That's a lot. Now, why is there such a huge difference? Was it because of their careers, their location, or their family or something? No. They all had the same opportunities before them. They were all in the same situation. Everything beyond college was up to them. However, in college, they all had the same opportunities before them. They could set their goals right then and there. It's not impossible. They already realized ahead of time what they wanted to do once they were out of college. And they started setting those plans in motion, slowly but surely. Now, how can we fix this? That's the most important thing. There's such methods such as SMART, which is specific, measurable, and attainable, relevant, and time-bound objectives to accomplish. Through SMART, you don't have to really have the most complex aims, but you do at least have to specifically shape your goals to achieve. If you want to be a singer, then question what exactly drives you towards its result. Does it require training and education? If so, how long before you can experience your first concert? The next method is found within Carol Carter's Majoring in the Rest of Your Life, which goes as follows. Envision a mission, be result-oriented, tap into your internal resources, enlist team spirit, and treat all setbacks as stepping stones. In layman's terms, determine your innermost desires, then think of a result for it. Let's move on. Internal resources, I suggest external resources such as internet, library, and just talking to others at this stage. Also be a team player. And if you receive sound advice that not only inspires but guides your current objectives towards a quicker result, then accept it without any complaints. Who knows, you might appreciate it in the long run. Lastly, if you make a mistake or stress arises at this point, just laugh it off and keep going. Example, if you're fired from your last job and you're looking for another employment now, you can't succeed in your first month and you panic. But once you get your ideas together, write them down clearly, and become composed, you use those failures to actually become your success for every interview afterwards. In conclusion, we all face uncertainties, and that's the purpose. If this is allowed to continue, we will continue to experience stress, strains, and unhappiness and all sorts of negativities. But don't fret. The person that you're destined to become is the person that you decide to become. So write your goals down. That's it. Thank you, and have a good day.